Hello, my name is Samrinder Singh. I am an iOS developer. Today I am starting our very first video tutorial series about SwiftUI. SwiftUI was introduced by Apple in 2019 at Apple WWDC event. According to the Apple, SwiftUI helps you to build great looking apps across all Apple platforms with the power of Swift and surprisingly little code. You can bring even better experiences to everyone on any Apple device using just one set of tool and APIs, right? Okay, so to create a SwiftUI project, first we need an Xcode tool. Okay, so I already have an Xcode. If you want to download, you can go at developer.apple.com. You can see here the download option. Okay, so let's start with first overview application. So when we go to a new Apple Xcode project, then we can see here we have an option here like to choose an platforms. We have an here platforms with iOS, macOS, watchOS, tvOS, driver kit and other. First we are creating with iOS and make sure we have selected here app and then next. We can add here our name for our product like overview SwiftUI. Okay, so here we have team, here none. So they created our bundle identifier. We will learn later about the bundle identifier and another thing. So right now we not doing any another thing and we are just selecting here language is Swift, interface is SwiftUI, right? And storage is none. Okay, next. So we are here selecting our path where the project will appear, and now Xcode will create first application for us, right? So if we can introduce about SwiftUI, first of all we have an SwiftUI main class, SwiftUI overview app, right? So they created one file automatically and here they imported SwiftUI and they added the main, right? And basically they added struct like they created for us which inherit to the app, right? So we have here body where we have scene and inside we have window group. Window basically it inherit our all application UI content, right? So they by default SwiftUI and Xcode given us one content view, right? If we can go to the another file here, it's our content view and we have here assets which if we in future we want to add any icon, image or anything, right? Okay, so if we can go our project target, and so we can see here we are now creating an application for destination, right? iPhone, iPad, Mac, right? So here we have option to select minimum iOS version. So basically we are creating for iOS 16 or based on our requirement we will create here, select here. Okay, so if we want here to display we want to change our application name, we can write here like it's an overview app. Okay, cool. So we have bundle identifier, version, build, that's it. Okay, so in the deployment info we have iPhone orientation. We can select here application orientation like which our application support the orientation, right? Here we have for iPad orientation like our app sports sport portrait upside down, landscape left, landscape right. Okay. Status bar style, it's a dark or light content. Okay. Okay. So if we go here, so this is the basic info about our first SwiftUI application, right? So if we can go into the content view, Xcode creates a preview for us for the application, right? So here we have one preview. So what Xcode by default created for us? Xcode created one content view which inherits a view. So we have here main variable body, some view, vstack, image view, and text with some padding. Okay. So here we have one preview, and here we have an preview. What we are seeing, we have an preview content view. Okay. All right. Okay. So if we can create this, first of all, we can remove this. We can see we have some errors. Let's resolve that. Okay. Okay. So first of all, we will add one vstack here. Okay. We added one vstack, and inside vstack we just have to tap text, and that's it. Okay. So we added text, and it's okay. So now you can see here we have an live preview where you can see we created one vstack, which means we have one vertical stack. In that we can add many more components like text, image view, etc. Right? Okay. So here, if we can go here, we have an properties, right, of text. We can add here like hello world. Okay. So you can see it automatically added one text and it displayed in live preview. Okay. So then if we see here, we have an option to change the font, weight. If we can add weight, if we can add it's like title. Okay, cool. It's color, basically we add red. So they added automatically here some modifiers, right? Okay. So if we go here, we have an option to add some padding and frame size, width and height. Okay, cool. So they created, so this is our application. So I'll run this in my 15 Pro simulator. So what is an simulator? Simulator is a tool where we can run our application, right? Okay, so let's run this. Okay, so I'll tap on run and it's built successfully, and now they will create us 15 Pro. Okay, so it's compiling, running, and it's taking a bit time. Okay, cool. So we created our first Hello World application, right? Okay. So this is the first application we created in SwiftUI. I hope you enjoyed. So we will meet in our next session. Okay.